All right, in this video, we're going to finish up with taking a look at blood typing. So blood typing is basically just a test people can do when you're going to donate blood or you need to receive blood in order to check what your blood type is. So let's go and take a look at an example. So blood typing, basically the way it works is we take a sample of your blood um, and we test it with different antibodies. So for example, I'll test it with anti-A, antibody A, antibody B, and also antibody D. So the ABs in it basically tests to see what carbohydrates are present on your blood cells. So you'll see when I put antibody A, there's clumping that happens. This represents clumping, this picture. So that means that I probably have some A on there. But antibody B, there's no clumping. The blood stays just fine. So there's no B carbohydrate. So I know I'm type A. When I put antibody D, that means if I see clumping, that I probably have that Rh protein on there because it's causing clumping. So I have A, and then this represents positive. So this is A positive in this situation. And then let's take a look over here. Here we have anti-A in my blood. So this is a new blood sample, so from somebody else. And it's causing clumping with antibody A. So there's got to be A protein. There's also got to be B protein. But there's no Rh because with the antibody D, there's nothing that happens. So I probably have AB and then negative. AB negative. So you can try these out. You can pause the video and write them down and check your answers. So if you look over here, you're probably going to have clumping all around. So you have AB and then probably AB positive. Here you only have clumping for A and then nothing else after. So it looks like I'm A negative there. Here you have clumping. Oh, there's no clumping at all for A or B. So there's no carbohydrates on my red blood cell. But there is a protein. There's an Rh protein. So I'm probably O positive. Over here, you'll notice that there's clumping for B, but nothing else. So probably B negative. Here there's clumping for B and D. So B positive. Here there's no clumping at all anywhere. So there's no carbs, no proteins, probably O negative. O negative in that situation. So that's an example of blood typing, and that can easily be done if you're not sure of your blood result. Maybe you could figure it out with Punnett squares too, if you know the blood type of siblings or biological parents, biological siblings as well. You can maybe figure that out in that way as well. So let's go and take a look at a sample problem here that you can try out. So you are a person who needs to receive blood. And you're type B minus. So who could you receive blood from? You're going to select all that applies, and then you're going to try to explain for those who can't give blood to you why they can't. So you are type B minus. If I'm drawing a red blood cell out, I know that I contain those little B circles. Doesn't really matter what shape they are. They're B carbohydrates. Let's just say that. Okay. So my body is used to basically B. It's used to B, but it's not used to A. So I'm going to make antibodies against A. I just dislike A. I'm anti-A. So right away, that means anything A, I can't receive because I make A antibodies. So I can already cross out the A's. Doesn't matter whether the negative or positive, A's is out. Anything that contains A. So this is gone. This is gone as well because that contains A. Now the thing is, I'm also told I'm negative, so I have no RH. There's no RH on me, so I'm technically also anti-RH. If I get any RH that comes in, I'm pretty upset. My immune system's going to react to defend me. So I'm also anti-RH. You can say anti-D, anti-RH. Okay, meaning like I don't want anything positive because I'm already negative. Okay, so anything positive I can kind of cancel out as well. So I can receive B for sure, and negative because I'm negative. I can receive O for sure, negative because I'm negative. So I can only receive from B minus and O negative. So whenever you get a problem like this, I highly recommend that you sketch out what the problem is asking, because reading this over and over again is kind of tough to do, right? So sketch out what the problem is asking, write out relevant information, And it just makes life a little bit easier when you're trying to answer questions like this. All right. So this is our summary for this lesson. You'll notice a lot of it was really just kind of practice problems, just like regular monohybrid crosses, but dealing with blood types. The longest part was just learning conceptually what it meant to donate blood, receive blood, and the RH factors and all that stuff. But now you know what the letters and the negative, positive sign means in blood types, and you also know that it's all governed by genetics. And this was an exception to Mendelian genetics because Mendel believed in, or thought that you had only two alleles, but as you know, we have multiple alleles for the ABO blood types. RH still follows that common Mendelian, two allele situation and complete dominance, so that one's fine. It was just to show you what the positive and negative meant.